Hello everyone, my name is Scarface King and welcome to another Ore Collection video. Now, before we jump into the concept, which is going to be the meat and potatoes of this video, let's talk about the event that's just gone and the event that's coming up. So, I said when the last event came out that I wanted to do more Ore Collection content, and the initial thing I wanted to do, that I had planned to do when that event launched, was to do a guide for the event, you know, how to beat certain stages that might be a little bit tricky, how to, you know, make sure you get all the items in the shop, how to get all the medals, how to jump awaken for those who were uninformed. Sadly, I mean, I'm going to have a video in the background so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Sadly, that event was by far the easiest event we've had ever. So easy that literally any old moron can beat it. You don't even need a team. You just need a friend Sagittarius Sayer that's like not completely underleveled, and then you're done. And then that's it. It's really not that hard, and you know, I wanted to do something, but I didn't want it to be like that. Like, I saw other people doing guide videos on it, and I'm like, why? Why are you bothering? They were trying to put together these full Saiya teams or these full blue teams. It's like, yeah, that's great. You can beat it with 2-star Jonathan Joestar. It's really not that hard. So that's why you didn't see any content on this event. I was just happily farming away. That was about the extent of what I got into. But now the next event has been announced and some new characters have been announced. So the new characters that have been announced, or rather the new series I should say, we know Lucky Man and Yu-Gi-Oh are coming. Yu-Gi-Oh seemingly will be the next event, but Lucky Man was announced at the same time, so it will be coming soon. We've also had announced, I think it's Bobo. I think that's how you say it. I could be wrong. Sket Dance, another series called IS or Ice or I don't know, and Ichigo 100%. Now, I'm only really familiar out of all of those with Yu-Gi-Oh! And to a lesser extent Ichigo 100%. I know of the other series, but I don't really know much about them. I'm going to do my best to like brush up on them before the video, so I'm not just like stumbling through every character's name. But yeah, that's what we know for now. At the moment, it looks like we're doing a kind of alternating between adding characters to the game that are on a series that's already in the game and adding a new series to the game. And it's switching between the two for each event. So we had Hunter x Hunter, which was already in the game. We got new characters. And then we had Video Girl I, which was a new series being added to the game, and we got a new character, but we also got characters for series that are already in the game. Then it switched back to Saint Seiya, which hardly anyone was expecting. Literally, the only reason anyone knew it was coming was because Yon from the Discord was scrolling through his character list, and he just noticed there was a bunch of Saint Seiya characters in the log that weren't there before. It's like, oh, well, okay, I guess we're having a Saint Seiya event, and there it was. Now, the next event, we know for sure, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom. It's skipping what a lot of people call Season 0 or the original Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's like the first 7, I think it's either 7 or 9 volumes of the manga are being skipped. And we're moving straight on to Duelist Kingdom. I think most people, when you talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, are more familiar with the card game anyway, so as much as I would have liked to see the old Yu-Gi-Oh, I think this just kind of makes sense, especially for people outside of Japan. I don't know if they consider that really when they're making this game, but outside of Japan, people really aren't going to be that familiar with Season 0, not that many of them. I have read Season 0, obviously when I picked it up I thought I was buying the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga, and I thought it'd be all card games and stuff, and I was wrong. I didn't know what was going on. But yes, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, which starts around chapter 60 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, that seems to be where the event's going to start. It's going to cover Duelist Kingdom. We know we're getting Yugi. We know we're getting Joey. Beyond that, we don't know much else. It's probably going to come around the 31st or the 1st, so expect it within the next, like, week or so. Whether the event will start then, or maybe it will just be the gacha, I don't know. But I think this time it will probably be the gacha and the event at the same time. We'll see. Anyway, let's move past that and let's get on to the concept event. I decided to do this little concept video because I wanted to do something about this game, but there wasn't enough in the actual game for me to write a guide or anything. Most of the stuff in the game is so easy to clear. So I thought, okay, let's just take a step back and let's go back to the concept stuff that we were doing before the game launched. And let's do one on my favourite series. Or at least one of my favourite series. But definitely my favourite series that hasn't been added to the game yet. And that is Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Now, as with every concept video, I'm kind of torn between what I'd actually like to see and what I think is more likely to happen. The bottom line is, I think seeing the fight between Varia and the Vongola family would be insane, but I have a feeling it won't skip that far forward. I know with this Yu-Gi-Oh event we're skipping quite far forward. I feel like with Katekyo Hitman Reborn they won't skip that far forward, and I think we're just going to skip to the fight against Rokudo Mukuro's family. Rokudo Mukuro, obviously quite a popular character, kind of an enigmatic sort of character, and I think that's where we're going to start off. So this event will be framed around the fight between Suna's Vongola family and the Kokyo Junior High Gang. This event is called So, with the events, there's a few things to consider. First things first, how many stages are there going to be? I think there are going to be 9 stages. I think that sounds right for this event. I'm probably only saying that because I have 9 ideas for what the stages could be like. But I have to bear in mind that with the Video Girl Eye event, it had nothing to do with the actual series. They just threw in characters left, right and centre. So there's no guarantee it's going to be like a storyline event. But I'd like that to be the case anyway. So, the first stage would be the fight versus the man known as Rokudo Mukuro. The fight between Hibari Kyoya and Rokudo Mukuro. Stage 2 would be the fight versus Chikusa Kakimoto. Fight 3, Kenja Shima. Fight 4, MM. Fight 5, Birds and the Bloody Twins. Fight 6, the fake Rokudo Mukuro known as Lancia. Fight 7, the real Rokudo Mukuro. Fight 8 would be against the possessed people on campus. That would include both Vongola allies and allies of the Kokyo Junior High Gang. And then part 9 would be the many paths of Rokudo Mukuro. I feel like that pretty much covers the entire arc with all those stages. We could get some pretty tasty scenes from these stages and from beforehand. I'd expect around, I don't know, 15, maybe 20 scenes to be added for this. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic there, but I really do like this series, and as with all the story mode ones, I think chances are you're only going to get the 1 5-star and no 5-star ones in the gacha, which kind of sucks. So I'll take that 1 5-star scene and a bunch of golds and we'll call it there. Now, in terms of the characters themselves, I kind of don't know what to do. The thing is, so far we haven't seen a gacha add more than 3 characters. Video Girl I was 3 characters, Hunter x Hunter was 3 characters, Saint Seiya was actually 2 characters. So we haven't seen any more than that. But in my head, unfortunately, I've got ideas for at least 4. At least 4 characters. In my eyes, if you're covering this arc, you at minimum have to have Suna, Hibari, Yamamoto, and Gokudera. At minimum. That's assuming that we can't have villains, so Rokudo Mukuro wouldn't be counted. I'm not saying we can't have villains, that's just the assumption I'm making. That's also assuming that Reborn wouldn't be his own card, he would be featured on a card with Suna, similar to Baby Bill and Ogre. Now, the thing is, with those 4 character ideas, I really don't want any of those to be free to play. I know that sounds weird, but the free to play characters in general, I mean, we've only had the 2, Xeno and Ikki. In general, I would say are okay, but they're no way near top tier, in my eyes. I want all 4 of these characters to be top tier, so it's kind of awkward for me. It's like choosing between my children, I couldn't do it. So for the banner, I'm going to say all 4 characters are going to be there. Suna will obviously be the Jump Awakened out of the 4. Okay, so let's make the assumption that the four characters being added to the gacha is okay, and we do in fact get another unit on top of that as a free-to-play unit. I'm not saying we will, I'm just saying let's say that. That final character I would want to be Lambo, and I'd want the item you collect to be the 10-year bazooka. So use the 10-year bazooka to awaken Lambo into adult Lambo. I just think that'd be pretty fucking solid. I don't know how true they're holding to like storyline integrity or whatever. I don't know if you could just do like, you get the 3-star awakens into future Lambo, and then you get the Lambo from 20 years in the future when you get into the 5-star. I think that's jumping too far ahead. That's not until the Vari arc, I don't think. So I think it would be better to just leave it as the 5-star Lambo is the 10-year older version of Lambo, and then that can be our free-to-play unit. So I've got some of the card designs on the screen. I've tried multiple different things to try and mess around with how I want them to look. I'm almost at a place where I'm happy with how they look, and I'm content to leave it there. But there are small changes that could be made, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, some of the design choices are straight up just, I made the decision, not that's how it looks in game. Because sometimes I think replicating the thing the way it looks in game and making it actually look as good as it does in game can be very difficult. Whereas if I just take a slightly different twist to what's there, I can still make it look half decent, and it's not, you know, it's not too far off. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the card designs. Obviously, I'm quite proud with how some of them have come out, so, but just let me know any criticisms you've got. And yeah, I think the basic event structure, as it, you know, as we've seen it, is going to be followed even with a Katekyo Hitman Reborn event. We'll get points. You use the points to buy medals and other assorted goodies, and that'll be about the extent of it. For now, I think that's kind of boring. But the thing is, the Yu-Gi-Oh event hasn't launched yet as of this video going up, and I have a feeling they could do something interesting with starships during that event. I've got my fingers crossed for that. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh super popular all around the world, so I feel like they're not going to mess that one up. I feel like they're gonna do it right, or at least I hope. And as for the Von Gola family event, I can't really think of a unique way to do that, so I mean, I've done what I've done. Anyway, as you can see with the arts on the screen, the types, I'll just justify them right now. Basically, in my head, so far they haven't done it in terms of what the types actually mean, and it's been more about how the color relates to the character. Which is fine, I guess. It's like Sasuke is blue because he wears blue and stuff like that. It's really simple, straightforward decisions, I think. So when it came to these characters, in my head I really want Suna to be yellow. I want him to be a heart character. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if they follow the current scheme, he will be orange, Gokudera will be red, and then you're looking at Yamamoto being blue, Hibari being intelligence purple, which I can't see him being any other color. And then that leaves room down the line for Lambo to be green, just like his flame, just all of these just like their flame, and Sasagao Ryohei to be yellow. And then obviously if Rokudo Mukuro and Chrome Dukuro come out, you kind of have to make them purple as well. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of this video. Not too long, I hope, once I edit it all down. And just let me know what you think. What events do you want to see me cover? What events do you want to see the game cover? What kind of other Ori collection content do you want to see? I'm gonna, if the Yu-Gi-Oh event is at least a little bit harder than the Seiya event was, I will do a guide on it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, so I'll see you guys next time.